The newest movie in the Predator series, Prey, has just come out, and it's alright. Just for some background, I've only seen the first Predator movie, so I'm not some huge fan who has knowledge of all the lore and everything behind the movies. I'm also not particularly a big fan of the original movie either. It's not bad or anything, but I personally don't get a lot of enjoyment out of it, but I can acknowledge that there are cool things about it. Like Kevin Peter Hall's performance as the Predator, he does a good job of convincing you that this is some weird alien from outer space trying to hunt people down. And the final battle between Arnold and the Predator is a pretty fun scene. I overall thought it was a pretty decent action movie, and I could understand why lots of people really enjoyed it. So when Prey came out, I figured why not give it a try. And after seeing it, I gotta say, I probably like the new Prey better than I like the original Predator. Allow me to explain. First of all, Prey has some genuinely good cinematography and shot composition. There were some shots in there that I was actually amazed by. Like, wow, this looks really nice actually. That's a gorgeous shot. Jesus. A lot of the fight scenes with the Predator were really cool, except for some parts of the final battle, which I'll get to. But for the most part, a lot of the stuff with the Predator was pretty cool to see. The Predator's new design is pretty cool as well. I mean, the whole bone skull mask thing is kind of stupid, but it still kind of looks cool. Also, in the last third of the movie, there's this really cool fight that's really well choreographed, and it's done all in one shot. It's very seamless and very well done. It's pretty well paced. There's not a lot of times in the movie where I'm thinking, man, can we move on from this already? There is one scene I can think of where I was thinking that, but it wasn't because of the pacing, it was mainly just because of how contrived it was. So as I've made clear so far, there's a lot of stuff I like in this movie, but there's also a lot of shit I didn't like. The story, for the most part, is pretty predictable. It's also kind of boring. There's not really a whole lot going on. The character's arc isn't anything new or all that interesting either, which would be fine if they did something, kind of fun with it, but they don't. I don't feel like I've experienced anything all that interesting when I see the character's main arc. There's no especially memorable performances or anything like that. Overall, I just didn't really care about the character or her brother or anything that was going on. I didn't feel all that connected to anyone. Also, remember how I mentioned all the fun fight scenes? Well, there's also a couple that are pretty uneventful, like this one where the guys who are trying to bring her back to the tribe would get in like a little scuffle with her, and it's so uneventful, and the editing's like trying to make up for it by having it cut everywhere. Oh, look at this angle, look down. Oh, whoa, we're not gonna let you see any of the action going on. There's also some scenes where it feels like it's a little too bright for nighttime. Like, where's all this light coming from? Am I crazy? Am I just supposed to accept that it's just like the moon? Like, it feels way too bright for it to just be the moon's light. They'll have torches out and it'll look like it's completely pitch black outside, but then they cut and take out the torches and all of a sudden there's this bright light source. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but that kind of takes me out when all of a sudden things are bright as hell out. This title drop is also pretty funny. Copyright 20th Century Studios. Also, the way she beats the Predator in the final battle is so stupid. We see early on in the movie that the Predator has this mask with a laser pointer on it, and these metal arrow things like follow it wherever it goes with like this weird magnetic bracelet it has. In the final battle, she's able to get the Predator's mask and stick it between these two rocks, and then she gets the Predator into a place where if it were to shoot its gauntlet thing, then it would kill itself. And I guess for some reason the Predator doesn't realize that it's gonna do this, and then it just shoots it anyway. Like, even if you did hit her, couldn't it just go through her head and then follow the laser pointers anyway? I don't understand. And then she does this. I think your performance there needed a little bit more oomph there, buddy. Overall, pretty fun movie, but not anything amazing. 6 out of 10.